Hi, Eunice.
Hello, teacher.
Good afternoon. How are you, Eunice?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, teacher?
Perfect. I'm okay. Thank you. Okay, Eunice. So today we have to continue on. Let's open the book. Okay. So we have to start unit 4, right? So let's start unit 4. Now, okay. Now it's visible. Yes. So we are going to start with the first one. Okay, so I will share you my screen. Okay, so in this unit, we are going to see about the future, but not future specific about plans in future. We're gonna see about future in past. Okay, so what does it mean? Because we have like two tenses there, future in past. So we have like past, but how can I say this? Okay, so we're gonna see here, what is this grammar talking about? For example, when we use only future, we are talking about some plans that are going to happen, right? Maybe in a near future or maybe in a far future, but it's going to happen. But what happened when we talk about or when that action in future, it's gonna be converted in past? It's gonna be converted when we, for example, had a plan and that plan didn't happen. So that plan was broke. That plan maybe couldn't happen because I don't know, some situations that happened. So that plan was not accomplished, okay? So in that case, we are going to say that that plan, it was stayed in the past. We had to do it in the future, but we couldn't do it, okay? So that is the future in past. It means that I will use the be going to here. This is my auxiliary, my only auxiliary that I will use for this grammar, future and past, okay? So now we're going to say like when we use be, okay, the first situation, it is in present, present of be. When we use the present of be, that it is is, and are, when we use these auxiliaries in present, we are talking only about future. But when we use this auxiliary be in past, we're gonna use was and were. And we are talking about a future in past. So our structure, it's gonna be the same as the future plan, that we had the subject plus be plus going to plus verb in base form plus complement. So we had like, if I use I will use my verb to be in past was. So I was going to travel yesterday. And it means that I didn't travel. So this plan that I had for yesterday, okay, it couldn't happen. My plan was planned on, I don't know, on Monday. That was a future plan, but yesterday I didn't travel. So it was converted in a future in past because it didn't happen. I was going to travel yesterday. Yo iba a viajar ayer. But it means that I didn't do it. What happened with the negative? We have the same structure up here. The only not that we're going to add is gonna be after not. So I can say another example. Can you give me an example, maybe, Eunice?
Yes, teacher.
For example?
Was be not in
Y-
negative form?
Yes, in negative form.
Could be in was could be I wasn't going to call you.
Okay, let's try to use she. Let's imagine about somebody else.
She wasn't going to call you.
Okay, she wasn't
Going to call you.
call you. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Now, when we talk about questions, always we're gonna have be at the beginning, after the subject, after the going to, after the verb in base form, and finally the count. So, could you make a question with in plural?
They are
In plural, but in question. Past.
in past.
Yes, past.
Did they go
No, no, no. In past plan with be. Be going to.
um
In a plural way. Maybe with they.
if we're making a question, they were um they were going to
In question, always be at the beginning.
Were they going?
Okay.
Were they going to the soccer play?
To
The soccer play or the basketball game?
to play.
If they were going, like, for example, to watch a soccer play or a
Yeah.
basketball play.
Watch a soccer game, right? Play
Yeah.
the verb and game the noun. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Excellent. Now, if we have this question, we have to answer with yes, they were, with the same auxiliary, or no, they weren't. Okay, in past. So we have both. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Perfect. Okay, so this is the past in future. As we can see some examples here, I was just going to call you. Yo iba solamente a llamarte. Okay, so other. Here, Johnny was going to listen to the recording. Always we have to be careful in this be because we have to use the conjugated form. Was with third person, were with plurals. John and Amy, okay? Okay, perfect. Is it clear until here, Eunice?
Yes, teacher, it's clear.
Okay. Do you have notes or maybe you could take it a picture?
Yes, teacher, I'm going to take a picture.
Okay, perfect. So let's go now to the platform. Okay, and I will assign you. Give me a second. This, and this. Okay, so it is assigned. We can start with future in past one. Perfect, Eunice. Excellent. So let's go next. Perfect. With this, we have to complete here with be going to in past, of course, but we have to see which verb is the correct in the correct in this conversation. Okay, so be careful with this and try to do it. Okay, in this case, okay, Eunice, the first one, it was because you didn't use be going to. And in the others, it is because of the verb. Yes, because of the verb, because it's not okay. The two first one, it is because of you didn't use be going to, but both verbs are okay. And the last two ones, it is because the verb is in present, I am. And in the other, you put I was going, but not the verb. So let's try to correct it.
Like this teacher, they were going to prove that Nick was set up.
Yes, that's great.
Teacher play or played? She was going to play it for us, right?
Yes, was going to play only the verb in base form. Always, okay?
Teacher, well, TV, so it's I will watch or I'm going to watch TV.
No, the mistake here was that you used I am. Am, it is for future, but future in past, always the verb to be in past.
I am go no, so how could I say it? I am going to, because he's talking about the future, because he says that he will watch TV and then go to bed early.
Okay,
So
but what is the past of am?
um
What is the past of am?
was
Yes, right? So we are using was going to or were going to. That is the correct way.
like this, teacher.
Yes. But what is the verb that you are using in the last one?
Mm, it's go. So I was going to go.
Yes, I was going to go.
Going to go
Mm-hmm. It is
to
okay. Now it's okay. Perfect. Very good. Excellent. So now I will share you my screen. Okay. Read the next grammar. I think this is mm, mhm. Okay. Now we're gonna do the passive causatives. These the causatives. Okay. Okay. Now, when we talk about causatives, okay, in this case, we are talking about specifically with these two verbs, have and get. We know the meanings of these two ones. And these both are special verbs when we're gonna use, for example, when we're talking about some actions that is made by somebody else, okay? This is the opposite, this grammar is the opposite of reflexive pronouns, okay? This is the opposite. Why? Because in reflexive pronouns, we talk about actions that we do by oneself. For example, I do my homework myself. So if I use myself, it is that I'm talking about an action that I do it alone. I do it by myself. But in this case, when we use these causatives, we are going to use these two verbs in order to explain that some action or something was done by somebody else, okay? That this action or this activity, this event wasn't made by you. You didn't do it, this action, but another person did this action for you, okay? For example, we have here, if we do some action alone, it is like I cleaned my house in past. I cleaned my house. It means that I clean it myself, okay? Myself. I do it alone. But in this case, if I want to say that this action was done by somebody else, a cleaner cleaned my house. So in this case, it means that I didn't clean my house. Who cleaned my house? A cleaner, right? A cleaner cleaned my house. So another person did the action by me or for me. But what happened if I want to say that another person did this action, but I don't want to say who did it? When I don't want to say, I will use these causatives. I had, first I had what? The noun, the object, my house. And what is the verb? What was the action? I had my house cleaned. What does it mean? Yo tuve mi casa limpia. Okay, so it means that somebody else cleaned my house for me, but I don't want to say who cleaned it. Okay, so when I don't want to say who do it or who did this action by me or for me, I will use causatives. Okay, I had my house cleaned. So let's go to the structures. When we use have, always we're going to start with the subject. The subject that we're talking about, the auxiliary that it is have, the object, okay, the object, that it's gonna be done, and what is the action that it's gonna be done for this object. The past participle. Always we're gonna use the verb in past participle. Okay, always this verb in past participle. So, I have these examples. I have my car washed. First, the subject, I. This auxiliary I could use in simple past. I had, okay, have. In past, the object, what? My car. And what is the action for this noun, for this object? Washed. Yo tuve mi auto lavado. So I can use these causatives with any tense, in simple present, simple past, in future, past perfect, present perfect, okay, with any tense. In future, John, and I will add here the auxiliary for future, will have the object. John will have his house painted, the past participle. John tendrá su casa pintada, okay? And if I want to use get, I will have subject, get, the object. What is the object that it's been doing? Past participle, okay? And we have the students get, in this case in present, get the object, what? Their essays, and the past participle, the action, checked, in simple present. What is the translation for this? Los estudiantes consiguieron o consiguen sus ensayos como que tiqueados, revisados. Okay. I'll get my hair cut next week. In future. Yo conseguiré mi cabello cortado la siguiente semana. Past. He got his washing machine fixed. Okay, simple past. The auxiliary in past, the object, and the verb. Okay, so that's it. Is it clear until here, Eunice?
Yes, teacher.
Perfect, excellent. So now I will send you this document, okay, by WhatsApp. But now
Okay, teacher, thank you.
let's go to the platform. Okay, and let's do passive causative 1. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Any mistake? Excellent, Eunice. So let's go to the second one. To the next. In this case, for example, Eunice, you have the verbs in parentheses, but you have to identify. Of course, you're going to follow the structures, but you have to follow, for example, you have to identify the object. And in the first, for example, the first question, what is the object that we're talking about?
Says, do you stop to get the newspaper every day? No, I have, or I got a delivery.
What is the object?
The object is if he like stops to get the newspaper paper every day.
Yeah, but what is the object there? Because that's all the sentence. But what is the specific object?
Stops to get
No, that is stops is the verb.
to get
No, no, no. What is the thing that we are talking about in that question?
the newspaper.
Yes, the newspaper, right? So that is the object. The object, the thing, the noun. So in these cases, okay, the most, for example, in order not to get confusion in this, if you have that as an object, we have a thing, we could replace that object by an object pronoun. For example, I could use the newspaper or I could only put it. Okay, so if you're talking about things, always try to put it, just it. Okay,
Okay, teacher. So
so
no, I
how could it be number one?
no, I got my delivered to get the newspaper every day.
Try to follow the structure. Okay, what is the structure that we have? Always you have to use it, right? What is first? The subject, the auxiliary. Why are you putting the copy? The copy, it's not okay because the only thing that you have in parentheses, it's the verb, Eunice. So that is, those verbs has to be in past participle. So you have only that clue, but you have to respect the structure.
So I don't have to put get anything, only the verbs that are in parentheses. So I have to put it in past participle.
Yes, because those are the verbs. The verbs for the actions that the object needs. You could use have or get, whatever that you think it's necessary.
Teacher, this is fine if I said I have to get it repaired.
Yes, that's okay.
Teacher, she gets it done by a hairdresser. It's fine or it's not fine.
Why did you put get? Gets with apostrophe.
Um,
Yes, it's without apostrophe. Now it's okay. Okay. Okay, one mistake. Why there? It's because it's missing the, what is missing there? You have get and you have the verb
get it copied.
yes, get it copied. Okay, great. Great, Eunice. So always never forget the object pronoun, okay? Never forget the object pronoun. In this case, today we're gonna cover the hour from yesterday, Eunice. Is it okay?
Today, teacher,
Or maybe,
could it be tomorrow or Friday?
okay, don't worry, Eunice. So it could be tomorrow, is it okay?
Yes, teacher.
Perfect, okay, Eunice, so don't worry. So for today, so we're gonna stay here, and tomorrow we're gonna just finish the unit, the model, okay? And in the next hour, we're gonna cover the next hour, the next model, the first unit, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Perfect, Denise. So today we're gonna just finish here. Okay, Eunice. So see you tomorrow. And yes, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, Eunice.
Okay, teacher. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
See you.